That's the first thing you're gonna buy is a new one.
Oh, you'd have no idea.
I like your one.
No, mine's good.
Yeah.
It's in it.
The electric ones look sick though.
Electric one looks really nice.
Yeah. G-Wagon? I would buy one. I don't know.
G-Wagon
I like
for life. Don't buy a Jeep, that's all I have to say.
Well, we're at 4,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Because yesterday's video were like, but it's killing it. Our videos like take a few days to like go, but like the yesterday's and the day before.
The support is building.
Yeah.
It's
So
stock market.
thank you to everybody that's been hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you guys keep hitting that subscribe button. It's just gonna be right over here. And let's get us to 5,000 before the end. The goal keeps changing every day.
Yeah. I thought 4 was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
And now
Man, you know what's crazy? I thought 1,000 was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
1,000 was rough.
Until that was like
Rough. I was on the edge.
yeah.
I'm on the edge every morning, actually.
I was like telling people that I was sitting at restaurants and I was telling people, hey, you guys watch YouTube? Subscribe. I would make them subscribe. I don't know if they unsubscribed after.
I have some moments in the morning where I'm about to.
Yeah, if you're one of the people that I told to subscribe at a restaurant, comment down below. Let us know if you actually watch our videos or not.
Well, hopefully they do.
Yeah, that'd be nice, Okay, so today's video. This girl went missing in DR.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She was gone for spring break there, and she mysteriously disappeared. And there's like a whole manhunt going on. Basically, not a manhunt, but like they're looking for her, which is nice.
It's one of her friends.
She's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
I don't know.
Some of the video. Okay, let's watch this and see what they say.
The family of missing University of Pittsburgh student Sudiksha Konanki fears she may have been abducted while on spring break in the Dominican Republic, despite local authorities suggesting she likely drowned. The 20-year-old pre-med student vanished early Thursday after heading to the beach with friends and some, quote, other guys they met at the resort. Her belongings, including her phone and wallet, were left behind, which her family says is highly unusual. Her father, Sudiksha Konanki, who fled to Punta Cana in aid of the search, believes it's unlikely she drowned, telling reporters, it's been 4 days. If she was in the water, she would likely have been strewn to shore. Her family has filed a criminal complaint, demanding that authorities investigate all possibilities, including kidnapping. Security footage captured Konanki near the beach before she disappeared. Her friends reported her missing 12 hours later, around 4 p.m. Thursday, when she wasn't in her hotel room. Dominican authorities have conducted air and land searches, but so far, no trace of her has been found. The FBI, DEA, and Homeland Security investigations have joined the effort, along with officials from her home state of Virginia and the Indian Embassy. With no answers and growing suspicions of foul play, Konanki's family is pleading for an expanded investigation, hoping to bring their daughter home.
So, what do you think? Abduction or...
I just don't understand how you're with, because I saw some of the video of her walking out of the hotel, or the resort, and I don't. I mean, if you're going down there with friends, like, aren't friends supposed to know where you are, or as a group, you're just supposed to, everybody's kind of staying in touch, and like, how do you just get abducted like that? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know.
So here's a surveillance video, and like this is kind of what they suspect, and we'll get into it a little bit here, but here's a little bit of the surveillance video of like the guy that she was walking with.
Yeah.
And who's technically right now, he's the #1 suspect.
Yeah. And this is the guy that they met there, do you know? Or
yeah, this is one of the hotel guests that they met.
Hotel guests.
Okay.
Surveillance video appears to show the final moments before 20-year-old Sudiksha Konanki vanished last week, walking with 3 women and 2 men towards the Rio Republica Resort's beach area around 4:15 a.m. on March 6th. Konanki.
Man, I hate to say it, it's just bad judgment. People using poor judgment.
She probably thought she's never gonna get caught with a white guy there.
Yeah,
her parents are Indian.
I don't know. I mean,
that's besides the fact.
Three girls, 2 guys. We're on a resort, so you're probably thinking you're safe for the most part. But they went off the resort because they were at the beach. No, they were still on the resort. Yeah, they had access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know.
Konanki and a man who officials say is an American that she was not traveling with appeared to walk out with their arms around each other. Sometime later, cameras captured members of the group walking back to the hotel while Konanki and the man she was walking with stayed behind. Then at 8:54 that morning, this video appears to show that man returning to the hotel alone. Is there anything suspicious in there?
Mira, no podemos adelantar.
National Police spokesperson Diego Pesqueira said authorities are still investigating and cannot yet determine if Konanki's disappearance is the result of an accident or foul play. But Dominican Republic President Luis Abinader told reporters that the search for Konanki is focused near the water because the man who was last with her said a wave hit them while they were on the beach.
Okay.
Was it always just looking into a potential accident?
Come on, man. Like, he's the last guy to see her. Like,
Yeah.
First of all, this is not like there's been many times like over the last since like going to the DR became a thing, or even to any other Caribbean places. This happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
To like foreigners or tourists, especially from the States.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Is there more?
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
Mira, solamente existe un principio en este momento, una desaparición.
All we know is there's a disappearance. While Dominican and U.S. investigators look into what led to her disappearance, crews are expanding their perimeter, searching for Konanki by air, sea, and land. And as you know, Konanki's parents have been here in Punta Cana. They arrived shortly after she was reported missing. They have been stressing and urging that officials here should explore all scenarios, including foul play, and not just the possibility that she may have accidentally drowned. Surveillance video appears to show a final...
Okay, so we don't know exactly what happened, but you can clearly see from that footage, right?
You know it's that guy, right?
Most likely. I think the guy's involved somehow. Now, here's the other thing. So, a lot of drownings happen even here, like in Canada, right?
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of students that are here that go to the lakes and stuff underestimate because they don't know how to swim properly. Right? And so, we've seen a lot of deaths that, like, there's 3 deaths that happened last year at lakes.
Yeah.
Like Lake Ontario, there's one, right? All international students that just don't actually know how to swim because it's not the same as swimming back in India. Like, if you're not a strong swimmer and you go into the deep end here, in a lake especially,
yeah,
it's possible. It's possible. It's possible to drown.
I just don't get forget the swimming part of it. I just don't get the friend part of it. Where are her friends?
Where were her
the
friends?
Swimming part.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. I'm sure she could probably swim. And at night, like, you're not swimming like 400 meters into the ocean, bro. You're on the beach.
Yeah, but okay,
Like, you're not walking into the ocean at night. Come on.
okay, but now she looks intoxicated. One.
They're on
The way
they're
that
in
they're
the DR. They're out. Of course, they're drinking.
Okay, so they're drinking.
So that's bad judgment there.
bad judgment, right?
And you don't know, like, men are crazy.
Yes.
Like, there's guys that are psychos. You don't know them just because you're drinking with them. Why is your arm around him? Why are you holding his hand? You're not boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, you
What?
just met on the resort.
You just met on the resort. Keep it fun, whatever. But, like, I just feel like her friends.
They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball because they left her alone with somebody that was a stranger. Whether whatever was going on between them, it was a romantic whatever, right? The friends should have always been on top of the fact that,
You listen. You
she's with a stranger.
don't know who people are. Just because you meet them at a resort, you have some drinks, you have some laughs, that doesn't mean all of a sudden that you know them.
Yeah.
These are random human beings on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And they could have the craziest background and you know nothing.
No, nothing.
You're putting your life in their hands.
Yeah.
And again, huge ball drop on the friend's part.
Yes.
Huge. Like, the biggest.
Yes.
When you're on a trip like that, I think it was a girls' trip. 3 of them maybe.
It was spring break, right?
Spring break.
people
3
are
of
going
them went
south.
down there.
Yeah.
And they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
That's it. So they're going to have feelings of huge guilt now. But, man, like...
Usually there's cameras on, like, I know the resorts that I've been to, there's usually cameras on the beach side. Are there no cameras?
But, man, you go on the beach and you walk down a little bit, the whole beach isn't covered by CCTV. Come on.
That's true.
And even if it's at night, how good are those cameras? Even the ones that are here, the ones show them walking out, even those are a little grainy. You can't really tell.
Yeah.
But again, it takes you back to alcohol to some level. Liquor. Stop getting intoxicated. That to that level where you don't know Like, you don't need to go there. You don't need to be that intoxicated where you're like here and holding hands. Like, you don't need to go there. I don't know. I feel women feel that they have to do those types of things. Like, to the guy, he's probably like, great, I got one. Now I'm on a resort and this is going to be easy. And maybe he tried something on the beach. Maybe she said no.
Yeah.
And he snapped.
He snapped.
Men don't need the certain more men than women.
Yeah.
Because of the testosterone
and their ego.
And their ego. Or their pride that gets that damaged that they snap.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand if he snapped on the beach and he did something to her on the beach. Where the heck is she? Like,
where's the body?
Where's the body? Like, they've been searching that thing up and down, like left, right, and center. They've been in the water. They've been out of the water. Like, how much time did he have? Another thing is, how do you report her missing for 12 hours? Like, 12 hours?
Yeah.
That's like you don't talk to her for 12 hours and at the 12th hour you're like, man, something seems off. Aren't you texting or WhatsApping continuously? Where are you? When are we eating? Where are we going? What's the plan for the day? Those types of things?
No, but this is more like that late night, you've probably done it. I know I've done it where I've gone to the beach at nighttime.
Yeah, I know that. But then at some point you check in with your friends the next morning. Yeah. 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, there's like nothing for 12 hours. And then unless they were looking for her for those 12 hours. I don't know. Could be.
No, but like, have they talked to the guy? I haven't seen any news reports about them talking to that guy.
They did talk to him. He said a wave hit us. Oh. Apparently a wave. That's what that video said.
So if a wave would have hit him, he wouldn't have been walking back into the hotel all relaxed. Like, he looked like he was just
walk into the hotel like at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, you can see from the
So they went out there at night?
They went out there at night.
Yeah.
Right? The friends came back, because you see that on the camera, and then they both stayed on the beach, okay? And then in the morning, he's the only one that returned, and he looks like he's hungover or whatever, because you can tell from the camera he's walking, right? But if a wave had hit him and she's missing, he would have been in a panic mode, would he not be? Unless he did something, because then at that point he has to hide his emotions.
I don't know, but I don't think she got abducted out of the blue on a resort like that.
Yeah, he would have still panicked. If he was with her, he was her responsibility. At a certain point, because they were the only two left on the beach, he was a little bit of a responsibility, because as the man, you want to take care of the girl at least, because you don't want to, like...
Not unless he's a psycho.
So unless he's a psycho, but he doesn't look like he doesn't walk back.
Bro, nobody looks like a psycho.
Yeah.
Come on.
True. I don't know. There's so many like unanswered questions here.
Listen, at the end of the day, it boils down to this. Forget the guy. Because she's gone. She's not going to start like walking back into anybody's life. She's obviously gone. And it comes down to...
Where's her body?
It comes down to where her body is. Come on. It comes down to being extremely naive.
Yeah.
Having a poor friend circle. Yes. And bad judgment. And I'm sorry. Like, parents have to wake up and start teaching their kids some better skills when they're out there in the world, right? I'm sorry. I have sisters. We all go and everybody has left the house, done their own thing. But you have to have better judgment.
Better judgment, yeah.
Like, you can't be that naive and be walking around on a resort in a foreign country, meeting random people, holding hands. I'm sorry. Those days are done.
Yeah.
This is like the 1970s where it's like the culture was different, you know? People had fun. It was just a different culture. You weren't scared of everybody.
Yeah.
Those days are done.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the last story like this.
Yeah. Well,
there'll be another one like next year or 6 months from now.
Okay, the reason why this story is getting a lot of highlight right now is because of the fact that like they just found those 9 bodies, dismembered bodies, right? Like,
but that's in inner Mexico somewhere. I have some
because of cartel or whatever.
Yeah.
Then there was another story that came out that was the same situation where somebody got abducted. Now she gets abducted. So like U.S. citizens are basically a little scared of the fact that when they go over. So this is why this is getting a little bit more news than anything, right? Because people get abducted every day. There's stories all around the world, but
the DR is not known for that type.
But the DR has been getting a lot of heat for the last little while here because of the fact that like their food poisoning, right? People have been dying, people have been getting flus. Now there's an abduction, right? It affects DR's tourist tourism.
Oh, for sure.
Money, right? Because that's what they rely on. A lot of the countries like that rely on tourist money. Right? Cuba relies on tourist money, right? Yeah. DR obviously relies on Caribbean's is all tourism, and it's US based tourism, especially around spring break, because that's where everybody's going. So this really hurts. That's why the DR is taking those steps of looking for her, trying to find her, because they want to make sure that they comply at all costs, because it's also a US based citizen, right? And I don't know if she's a US citizen or if she's...
Yeah, she was a citizen.
Okay, now the other thing is, now culturally, right? Like, when was, like, because you said you have sisters.
Yeah.
When was your like the time where your sisters went on a trip by themselves?
I don't know, probably like over 20 years ago.
But like they were at an age where they were adults.
Yeah, sure, we all did,
right?
Yeah.
Because like I have a sister, and she's always like, why can't I go on a trip alone or whatever, solo trip, right? And we've never stopped her, but it's like things like these come out, and then you're like,
it's scary out there. But again, if you have a good head on your shoulders, and again, you just have to use better. You have to use precaution, man, like wherever you go, especially if you're a female.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. There's like some females that are very like, oh, I can just go out there. I don't have to be scared. Nobody's saying you have to be scared. Travel and see the world.
Yeah.
I have a friend who travels. She traveled by herself to like, I don't know, 50 countries.
Oh, wow.
By herself. Like just backpacks it.
Nice.
So you could do it, but and she's been to some crazy places. But again, and she's probably been in some sicky situations, but she knows how to handle it, right? And some people can't, they don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
And it comes down to your personality type too. Like, how are you in those situations? Like, she's not the one to just find a random guy and start walking to the beach with.
No.
That's not her.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd go to the beach maybe with somebody, but she wouldn't put herself in that predicament, right?
Yeah, she wouldn't be like overly intoxicated. She would know that she's not with somebody that's she wasn't comfortable with, right?
You put yourself in like this hole.
Yeah.
And then like you can't put yourself in those very sticky situations. Yeah. It's scary. Like, I don't even know what happened to her, honestly, but I'm sure she was really scared. Like, it's a scary situation.
Well, 20 years old, young, right? Like, I don't know about the ability of swimming, because again, that's the other thing that I keep going back to is like when I went to Cabo, right?
Yeah.
The water is not swimmable at all. The resort, like in the Cabo, the water, like it's like sand, then it's a drop. Okay. And I'm a good swimmer. Like I can swim, right? But it's like a drop, and then the water, like it's ocean, and it just hits, right? It's so easy to just get taken with a tide there that I barely went to swim there, especially at nighttime. It was horrible.
At nighttime is the worst.
Right? So people underestimate the ocean sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to also see that, right? And so if she did get taken away, her body wouldn't come back, like, because their parents are waiting, or they're wondering, it's been 4 days, it would have like come back to the land or up or something, right?
Wouldn't have.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it could have drifted far enough that it would probably go the other way. Depends on the current, right? But I just don't know how, if like somebody gets washed away, don't you come back to the resort and start panicking and calling the police and telling the people at the resort? And that's exactly.
My friend or the person that I was with just got taken or something.
Yeah.
So man, there's too many question marks. Like, I think everybody knows that it's some level of foul play here.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because she was young. She had her whole life ahead of her, med student and all these things that she probably aspired to be. And now your family is in a situation, and it's just, everything's bad.
Oh man, it's probably like, bro, my sister's 20.
Yeah.
Right? That girl was 20. So like, I can only imagine I would probably like flip over everything just to try to find her.
People
right?
just have to know that you can go and have fun.
Yeah.
Go nuts. You could even go on a drinking binge and go close to blackout drunk, but do it with like 6 of your friends there in a safe place, in a house or in your hotel room where people have your back and they're your people, like they're your rock, and one of your besties is there. Like there's, everybody does it. Everybody goes and has fun, or you're trying different things. And listen, like, you're on earth to try different things, but you have to know who's behind you. You have to know. Like, you have to know. And if you don't know, or if that person isn't there, then you don't go into that thing. Then you're not able to maybe drink more that night, or maybe do more weed that night, or maybe do anything else that you want to do. you gotta use better judgment.
Yeah.
And it's like a PSA thing, man. Like, people have to use better judgment. It's just sad.
Yeah, I think you're right on everything right there, right? It's all judgment. I also agree that the friends had a responsibility at a certain point where they should have known where she is at all times. Whether she's hooking up with this guy or not, whether they're on the beach, whatever, the friends should have had that responsibility to make sure that she either got back to her room or if she got back to his room, right?
Yeah.
Because if the scenario is leading up to a hookup or whatever it is,
don't leave her.
You don't leave her, right? You have that
Listen,
responsibility.
even if, let's just go there, even if your friend is up on the verge of hooking up and you're a female, I still wouldn't go there because you still don't know.
No,
unless it's somebody part of your friend circle who's there and they've been always kind of with each other.
Yeah.
Who cares then?
Yeah.
But if it's a random, hell no.
Yeah.
If you're a girl, if you're a guy, it doesn't matter because guys can generally handle it, right? Like if your guy friend is going with a girl, your probably guard's gonna be down a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think he's gonna go kill somebody.
No.
But man, if you're a female and you're with a group of females, like have each other's back a little bit more than that. It's a little surprising because usually females or girls are like, no, you're not going with him, and that's not what you do. And when are you coming back? And there's like this over caring situation going on. So I don't know how they could be so hands off here.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know the whole story. Maybe they were more hands on and she didn't listen. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they obviously not enough was done for her to not take that walk down the beach with some random guy.
Yeah.
So
no, and we don't know exactly what the scenario looks like. For the fact that if he had done anything to her and he came back in the morning and it looks so calm on camera, that's like, holy crap. Like, you know that he might have done that something before.
And again, you don't know. It doesn't matter. Even if he did do it, didn't do it, somebody else did it, she's gone.
She's gone.
And that's the sad part of it.
So hopefully they find her.
Better judgment,
You guys let us know your guys' thoughts on the whole situation. What do you guys think? Should she been abducted or is she gone? You guys can comment down that below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys keep hitting that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yep.
Right. Good. Peace.